Grief is the tax you pay for an illusion. You think you lost something that belonged to you. You are wrong. The first step to surviving devastating loss is recognizing the law of borrowing. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that nothing is given to us permanently. Everything is merely on loan from the universe. Your loved ones, your health, your status, they were never yours to keep. When they are gone, you have not lost them. You have simply returned them to the source. Continuing to cry out in denial is like a child screaming when a borrowed toy is taken back. But look closely at your hands. If you keep squeezing the ghost of what used to be there, you will completely crush your present reality. By midnight, your grief will turn into a self-inflicted prison. Your pain is real, but your drama is a choice. Pain demands to be felt, but suffering is what you add to it. The second lesson is setting a rigid boundary for your sorrow. Seneca wrote that we should allow tears to fall, but we must also command them to stop. You are allowed to bleed, but you are not allowed to bleed to death. Dedicate a specific conscious time to feel the heavy weight of your loss. Look it in the eye and then force yourself to stand up. True discipline is crying until your chest aches, then washing your face and returning to the arena. But danger is waiting. If you let your grief become your identity, you will start comforting yourself with your own misery. Within days, you will become a permanent victim, useless to everyone who depends on you. Your mind is a time traveler, and that is why you are drowning. You are either digging up the corpse of the past or inventing a terrifying, empty future. The third lesson is retreating to the immediate second. Epictetus argued that we do not suffer from the events themselves, but from our judgment about them. Look around you right now. In this exact microsecond, are you actually in danger? No. You are breathing. Your heart is beating. The pain only becomes unbearable when you stack the weight of yesterday and tomorrow on top of today. Cut away the fat of your imagination and deal only with what is in front of your face. But the trap is snapping shut. If you let your mind wander back to what could have been, you will miss the vital signals of reality. By tomorrow morning, you'll realize you are completely blind to the life you still have left to live. No one is coming to save you from this dark place. Stop looking at the door, waiting for a miracle or a sympathetic hand. The fourth lesson is the brutal return to self-reliance. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you must build a fortress within your own soul, an inner citadel where external tragedies cannot penetrate. Your pain is trying to make you look outward for pity, begging the world to notice how much you bleed. But a Stoic turns inward. You do not seek validation for your scars. You use them as foundation stones for a mind that cannot be broken. If the world outside is in ruins, your inner temple must remain untouched. But the clock is ticking. If you keep looking outside for a shoulder to cry on, you are volunteering to be a permanent emotional beggar. By sunset, you will realize you've given away the last shred of your personal power. The dead do not want your destruction. They do not gain peace from your self-pity or your shattered life. The final lesson is transforming your grief into a monument of action. Seneca demanded that we honor those we have lost by living more intensely, not by dying while our hearts are still beating. Every tear you shed that does not lead to strength is an insult to the memory of what you lost. You must carry their unlived years inside your own skin. Stand up, double your discipline, and bear the weight of existence like a sovereign king. But this is your final warning. If you close this video and choose to wrap yourself back in the warm blanket of your sorrow, you are actively erasing their impact on your life. You are making their absence completely meaningless. The time for weeping is over. Walk through the fire.